Let's welcome our next guest. With a couple minutes to spare from saving the city, he swung all the way down here to this studio for this here interview. Welcome, the amazing Spider-Man.
Hey John, thanks for having me. Happy to be here.
Thank you so much for coming. How are you today? What's on your mind?
I'm absolutely great, John. Nothing's on my mind, and absolutely nothing horrible has happened from the last week.
So, what about Gwen Stacy? Is it true that your nemesis, the Green Goblin, murdered her last week? Okay. So, the AIDS epidemic, what can you tell us about that?
Oh, right, AIDS. Bad stuff. Remember, kids, don't get AIDS.
So, most of all, what would you say is the most bad thing about getting AIDS?
Well, AIDS develops from HIV, which weakens your immune system. That makes AIDS victims more susceptible to deadly sicknesses.
Oh no, that's terrible. Could AIDS get any of us? Could AIDS get me?
Yes, John, anybody can get AIDS, but it has to be transmitted in a very special way.
Oh, how is it transmitted so I can avoid getting AIDS?
Well, sometimes it can be transmitted through blood, but more often than not, it's transmitted through sexual intercourse.
Oh man, I'll never have unprotected sex. That way, I won't ever get AIDS.
That's great to hear, John. Back when Gwen was alive, you were always wary of unprotected sex and AIDS. She was so sexually responsible.
Well, do you have anything to say to the camera before the end of our segment?
Well, my Uncle Ben always said, with great sexual activity comes great responsibility.
Now everybody, settle in, because this last segment is going to be one to remember. Let's really get a round of applause for our final guest of the night. Welcome, President Ronald Reagan. Okay, you can stop applauding.
Thank you all, beautiful Americans. And thank you for watching at home. And thank you, John, for having me.
Of course, we're all so happy to have you, Mr. President. Now that we have you, it's time I ask you the burning question that's been on America's mind. What is your plan with Reaganomics?
Well, I'm glad you asked. Reaganomics is my special plan for the future of America. It uses an economic tactic called trickle-down economics.
Trickle-down economics? That sounds exciting. Could you explain what is trickle-down economics?
Trickle-down economics is really an expert investing strategy. As a country, we will invest more money into the big companies that produce America's most important goods, with the promise that they will use those investments to expand and ensure greatness for the future of America.
That sounds promising, but what about the common people of America? The owners of these big companies already have all the wealth, so how does giving them even more benefit the working class?
Well, that's where the wealth begins to trickle down. Investing money in those at the top will eventually benefit those at the bottom.
Oh, I'm not sure how I feel about that yet. Hold on. That's a wonderful plan. Thank you for coming on and explaining Reaganomics. Thank you all so much for watching. Good night, folks.
Good night.